Welcome back to episode 6. Today, we dive into the thrilling chaos of ancient Rome, where political corruption and betrayal ran rampant. The once noble Senate became a playground for ambitious leaders, overshadowing loyalty with greed. Young patricians found themselves in a gripping moral battle, torn between their family's legacy and the corrupt world around them. Their choices not only shaped their destinies, but also the future of the Republic itself. Join us as we uncover how these dramatic themes of betrayal and corruption still resonate today, challenging us to reflect on power and integrity in our own lives. To truly grasp the magnitude of the events that unfolded on the Ides of March, we must first delve into the life and times of Julius Caesar, a man whose ambition would change the course of history. Born on July 12, 100 BCE, into the patrician family of the Julian clan, Julius Caesar was destined for greatness from a young age. His early career began in the military, where he quickly gained a reputation for his leadership and tactical skills. These qualities would later catapult him into the political arena, where he would become a central figure in Roman history. Between 58 and 50 BCE, Caesar embarked on military campaigns in Gaul that not only expanded Roman territory but also showcased his military genius. His accounts of these campaigns, published in Commentari de Bello Gallico, served as both a historical record and a tool of propaganda, solidifying his status as a hero among the Roman populace. These writings not only endeared him to the people, but also enhanced his political leverage, allowing him to navigate the treacherous waters of Roman politics with ease. In 60 BCE, seeking to consolidate his power, Caesar formed the First Triumvirate with two of the most powerful men in Rome, Pompey and Crassus. This unorthodox political alliance allowed the three men to dominate Roman politics, but underlying tensions began to surface as each sought greater influence. The precarious nature of their coalition was further exacerbated by Crassus's death during a campaign against the Parthians in 53 BCE. With the balance of power tipped, the rivalry between Caesar and Pompey intensified, culminating in an inevitable struggle for supremacy. By January 49 BCE, the tension reached a boiling point. Caesar crossed the Rubicon River, declaring, "Alea iacta est," the die is cast. This bold act defied the Senate's orders and ignited a civil war against Pompey and his supporters. It was a pivotal moment in Roman history, one that changed the political landscape forever. Caesar's decisive victory over Pompey not only solidified his control over Rome, but also set the stage for the dramatic events that were to follow. Upon returning to Rome, Caesar was appointed Dictator Perpetuo, dictator for life, in February 44 BCE. This unprecedented power concentrated in one man was met with both admiration and fear. As dictator, Caesar implemented sweeping reforms designed to stabilize and improve Rome. He redistributed land to veterans, reformed the calendar, creating the Julian calendar, and expanded citizenship to people in the provinces. These reforms aimed to integrate various regions into Roman society, making him a champion of the masses and further solidifying his political base. However, as Caesar's power grew, so did the fears of those around him. The Senate, once a bastion of power and authority, began to see Caesar as a direct threat to the Republic. Many senators felt that his rule undermined the traditional governance structure, which relied on collective decision-making rather than the authority of a single individual. March 15th, 44 BCE, the Ides of March, would become a date etched in history, a turning point that would reverberate through the ages. On that fateful day, around 60 conspirators, including prominent senators like Gaius Cassius Longinus and Marcus Junius Brutus, plotted to end Caesar's reign. The conspirators believed that Caesar's ambition threatened the very foundations of the Republic, and they viewed assassination as a necessary act to restore the traditional governance of Rome. Despite warnings from a soothsayer to beware the Ides of March, Caesar entered the Senate unflinchingly, perhaps overconfident in his power and popularity. On that fateful day, around 60 conspirators, including prominent senators like Gaius Cassius Longinus and Marcus Junius Brutus, plotted to end Caesar's reign. The conspirators believed that Caesar's ambition threatened the very foundations of the Republic, and they viewed assassination as a necessary act to restore the traditional governance of Rome. Despite warnings from a soothsayer to beware the Ides of March, Caesar entered the Senate unflinchingly, perhaps overconfident in his power and popularity. As he approached the Senate, he was surrounded by the conspirators, and in a shocking moment of betrayal, he was stabbed 23 times. Each dagger thrust represented a desperate attempt to reclaim the Republic from what they perceived as tyranny. The immediate aftermath was nothing short of chaos. News of the assassination spread like wildfire, igniting riots and unrest throughout the city. Loyalists mourned the loss of their leader, while others celebrated, believing they had restored the Republic. The assassination triggered immediate chaos in Rome. Loyal supporters of Caesar were devastated, while the conspirators justified their actions as a necessary defense of the Republic. The populace, many of whom viewed Caesar as their protector, erupted in outrage. Urban riots broke out, fueled by anger and confusion. Plebeians took to the streets, protesting against the conspirators, leading to violent clashes and chaos that highlighted the deep divisions within Roman society. Shops were looted, and the city descended into disorder as the Senate struggled to maintain control. The conspirators had underestimated the loyalty Caesar commanded among the masses. In this tumultuous environment, the Senate attempted to stabilize the situation, but the political landscape was too volatile. The death of Caesar left a void that no one could easily fill. And as the days passed, it became increasingly clear that the Republic was on the brink of collapse. Ancient historians like Suetonius and Plutarch provided detailed accounts of the events surrounding Caesar's assassination. Suetonius, in The 12 Caesars, describes the motivations of the conspirators and the immediate aftermath of the assassination, emphasizing the chaos that ensued. Plutarch, in Parallel Lives, explores Caesar's tragic fall, delving into themes of ambition and moral lessons derived from his life. The assassination of Julius Caesar did not merely signify the end of his reign. It created a power vacuum that led to a series of civil wars. The struggle for control saw the emergence of key figures like Mark Antony and Octavian, who would later be known as Augustus. The chaos that followed Caesar's death set the stage for a dramatic transformation in Roman governance. By 27 BCE, Octavian emerged victorious, marking the end of the Republic and the dawn of the Roman Empire. This transition was not just a change in leadership. It fundamentally altered the political landscape of Rome. The assassination of Caesar served as a catalyst for this monumental shift, leading to the establishment of autocratic rule, where power was concentrated in the hands of a single ruler rather than shared among elected officials. As historians reflect on the motivations behind the assassination, a lively debate continues. Some scholars argue that the conspirators acted out of a desperate desire to preserve the Republic, believing that Caesar's unchecked power posed an existential threat. Others contend that their actions were misguided, ultimately leading to greater tyranny and the very autocracy they sought to prevent. Scholars like Michael McDonnell emphasize the psychological and political factors that drove the conspirators, while Barry Strauss analyzes the implications of Caesar's death on Roman governance and society. The legacy of the assassination of Julius Caesar endures to this day. It remains a pivotal moment in history, symbolizing the struggles between democracy and autocracy. The phrase "et tu, Brute" has transcended time, encapsulating themes of betrayal and personal conflict. It serves as a reminder of the fragility of power and the consequences of ambition unchecked by moral considerations. As we reflect on the events leading up to and following the assassination, we are reminded of the complexities of power, loyalty, and betrayal in ancient Rome. The young patrician's choice, caught between ambition and morality, serves as a poignant reminder of the personal dilemmas faced by individuals in positions of power. His struggle reflects broader themes of loyalty, betrayal, and the corrupting influence of authority, which resonate throughout history and continue to be relevant today. In this exploration of political corruption and betrayal, we must consider how the decisions made by individuals can have far-reaching consequences, not only for themselves, but for society as a whole. The assassination of Julius Caesar and the subsequent shift in power dynamics illustrate how quickly the tides of history can change, often driven by the choices of a few. As we conclude this episode, let us remember that history is not just a series of events. It is a tapestry woven from the actions and choices of individuals. The lessons learned from the past can guide us in navigating the complexities of our own lives today. If you found this discussion engaging and thought-provoking, we invite you to subscribe to our channel for more content on historical events that shaped our world. Don't forget to like and share this episode with others who might be interested in the complexities of history. Together, we can continue to explore the lessons of the past and their significance in our lives today.